All right, boys. In today's video, we are going to be going over the new summer Dream Awakenings. So, first of all, we're going to go into the news. The only one I don't actually have is going to be Liza. So, I'm just going to go over her kit right now here and tell you which Dream Awakening I would use. So, pretty much with her, you're just going to True Art to get a 300% damage buff, 150% magic, 150% crit damage, and then a couple arts. Probably do one True Art and then two arts to get some stacking damage res down. And that's pretty much how you use her. She's got a little bit of a heal for water units on her skill. And then her new Dream Awakenings. This one's going to autofill water allies, arts gauge by 2, and 30% damage up to the enemy when their HP is under 30%. That's not that important. And then the Verdant Dream is going to increase all allies' break power by 40%, and it's going to increase her HP heal effect by 50%. And she does not have a heal equip, so like the only way she's actually going to heal is on her skill right here. So honestly, I wouldn't be too worried about using that Verdant one. I would get the Aqueous Dream just because autofilling water allies arts gauge by 2 is it's pretty good. But that's all we're going to talk about for Liza. We'll probably talk about her true weapon a little bit later. But for now, we're not going to be talking about Rosetta. We're just talking about the Dream Awakenings. So I'm going to make a different video on Rosetta. So make sure to keep your eyes out for that. Right now, we're going to talk about Cina. So Cina, her art is going to have Type F Archgen. I think it's Type F. It might be a EX2 that stacks with everything. I'm not completely 100% sure on that. It might say up here, but yeah, this should be Type F. I think they changed it, but I'm not sure. And then she has accuracy up on her skill, whatever. And then her true art, she's super unique with her true art. She takes her current HP, multiplies it by 25, and that's the multiplier for her true art. And if you get her with like super high HP, she can actually hit silly numbers with this. So right here, all these passives, when you're that, this is a pretty solid passive right here. And that's about it. And then for her dreams, she probably has the worst dreams out of all of these units, but I wouldn't really, she's not going to produce that much BE anyways, so I wouldn't really worry about getting BE output up. And then her skill CT, her skill just buffs accuracy, so why not just get this one instead, which just buffs accuracy permanently, and it's an even bigger accuracy buff. So honestly, I don't think it's really close. You get the Crimson one. The Crimson one still isn't that crazy. And then her HP recovery amount, 20% up. Does she even have HP recovery? I'm not sure if she does. I don't think so. It might count her like true weapon. I'm pretty sure it has stats up or max HP up. But next up is going to be Leon. So with Summer Leon, she's actually insane on Mono Earth. She's one of the best Mono Earth units in my opinion. Her true art is going to increase all allies arts gauge by 30, and it's only going to archgen really for earth units, so she needs to be on a mono earth team. But she's pretty solid on that mono earth team because of this art right here. She's going to increase all allies single true or super arts damage by 160%, and earth units get an extra 160%. So you're getting a 320% damage buff for your next true or super art. So combine that with like a War God Fen super art, that's going to be hitting. And then her Dream Awakenings, I think it's kind of a no-brainer, but the paralysis res is better than the disease res, but she needs to be run on mono earth. So getting the earth arts, it's just better than demon arts. Like she does have this demon units all status up, but if you run her on a mono demon team, she's just not going to archgen for them. She needs to be on an earth team. So like maybe you could run her on mono demon earth, but I don't think that's really viable. So I would definitely get her Verdant Dream. I'm pretty sure that's the green one. Get the green one. And then we have, in my opinion, the best Awoken Summer unit. Actually, they're all really good. I just think this unit's kind of crazy. So right here, her art is going to increase all skill CT speed and reduce enemies' water res. And then her True Art is actually really good. It's going to increase all allies' magic damage and water units damage by 60% for 60 seconds, and it stacks. So if you just got Fern, she's actually really good with Fern. She's going to make Fern hit even harder because she's a magic water unit. And then her Dream Awakenings. This one, the Crimson Dream, it has Fire Killer level 30, which, like, yeah, she'll do a ton of damage against fire enemies. But, I mean, that's about it. So I would probably just go with the Aqueous Dream just to get this 150 arts up right away. Get her into her stacking even faster. And she gets 50% crit up when her HP is above 80%. It's not that crazy, but I think this one's just better than this one. That's it. Neither of them are, like, definitely you got to get this one. It's just, that one's just better. And she's got pretty good passive arts here, too. So that's it. My crests on all of them are pretty bad. For Summer Sistina, definitely just get HP up, and the other two just get, like, whatever you want. I don't really care. And now we're going to go over their true weapons. So in the Alchemist over here, if it'll load, okay. So we are going to start with, I'm pretty sure Liza's is not the craziest. So yeah, it's just going to be water damage up. And yeah, it's just 60% water damage up for her. Honestly, she's not going to do that much damage. She's probably not going to be your DPS. She's going to be a buffer. But she does get 2 arts a second, and that HP heal on her skill is going to be even more effective. So it's nothing crazy. I wouldn't worry about getting it. It's going to be 30 rainbow gems, and if you don't really have them, definitely don't waste it on this. Next up, we're going to do Juno's. So Juno's, hers is pretty good. It's a solid equip in the first place, 30 arts for 40 seconds, and 30% stats up. Pretty good. And then the passive on it is actually going to extend the duration of her True Art buff by 20 seconds. So now it's going to stack for 80 seconds instead of just 60 seconds. So it's actually really good for her. Still, if you don't have that many rainbow gems, I wouldn't really recommend picking up any of them. I don't know if they're going to be here forever, if they're just going to be here for like this run of the summer equips, but I would rather use my rainbow gems on something more effective. And then we're going to go over Leon's. So I personally don't really like targeting arts gauge equips, but this one does give her 3 arts a second, so I got it for my Leon just because my Earth team is super weak. And I kind of need Leon on my Earth team right now. So I got her True Weapon just because it's good on her. Also, like 40% defense up when near death. I don't know how impactful that is, but it's cool. And then this one, I really don't like it right here, where it's just 2 arts for 12 seconds. It's 24 arts for 35 seconds. I don't like that, but it is going to increase her max HP by 20%. And passively, it's going to give her 2 arts a second and 30% more stats. So she's like getting 50% HP. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy on her because it's going to make her True Art hit even harder. So I did get it for her. We're going to see how high we can get her HP and how much damage we can do with her. So I even made this GC equip to get HP up, 500 HP, and then I built HP into it just so we can get that as high as possible. So, with all that being said, now we're going to get into the actual, like, showcasing the unit. We're going to start with Summer Sistina, then we're going to go to Leon, and then we're going to go to Juno. And I'm not going to showcase Liza because I don't have her. And then I'm going to make a whole separate video on Rosetta. But here we go. First for Summer Sistina, her best use case is actually going to be in Grand Crusade because Regalia levels. So the Regalia level, and if I scroll down to Summer Sistina, her HP is actually at level 350, so she's getting an extra 8,000 HP. And as I mentioned before, her True Art is going to multiply her HP by 25, and that's the multiplier. So you can get her some crazy high HP in Grand Crusade. So we're going to go to area 224, and we're just going to hop right into it. And she should just nuke this pretty easily. Let's see, how much health is she actually going to have? She has 26,000 right now, which is crazy. Okay. And she has 29,000 HP. So that is a goofy number. And oh my goodness. So that was a 280 million nuke. She got 30k HP. So she effectively has what is that, like a 750,000% multiplier? That's a little silly. It's awesome though. So yeah, if you did get her, she's gonna be a really good DPS in Grand Crusade, especially if you get that Crimson Dream Awakening, just because it's going to give her even more accuracy. So you be able to go deeper with her. So that's awesome. And next up, we're gonna showcase Leon. So for Leon and Juno, we are gonna do a little bit of a longer fight. We're not just gonna do nukes. I could just do a nuke, but it's a little boring. So right here, we're going to go into their promise. And going to use this team. And everything looks good. Got to get our cheese. And here we go. So, with Leon, you're going to want to start with her True Art, just because it's going to get her Arch Gen going and all that. So, I'm going to give this to Ubel, actually. And here we go. And now her Archgen is going. We should be good. And I don't know if, because Ubel also has this increase all allies single super arts damage by 100%. I don't know if those stack. But as I said, my mono earth team isn't the greatest. So I'm kind of stuck doing this. Which, it's fine with me, but we'll make it through. Okay. This should get us to threshold. Yep. Okay, and then the heart stacks are all the way up. We just got to make sure Volti stays alive now. So I probably should have waited a little bit longer just so he could get to low HP, because he has more DR, lower his HP is. All right, we're going to use this. And now we're going to use the super art, and it's going to do so much more damage. So let's see it. Yep. Tons of damage. See, I love using Summer Leon. She just buffs the team so much. Okay, there we go. That's better timing on that. Okay, we got to get our Archgen constantly. And why not do an art? Come on, get to the threshold. I don't want to waste the super art. Okay. Now we're gonna use a Phantom Bullet. Why not? And Bazette's Apron. Yeah, probably the right call. Okay, I need an art. Actually, I need a True Art. I lied. I don't want to die. Yeah, Leon Ubel should do enough damage to get to the threshold. And now we're just going to need an art out of her. And then we just need a super art once I can actually damage the boss. And we should be coolin'. Get a Phantom Bullet in there just in case. Alright, let's go. Come on, Ubel. Ubel, I need a little more damage. Come on. As long as Volti doesn't die, we should be fine. Okay, and I forgot that we should be good here. Come on. There we go. All right, and as you can see, Leon herself is doing 7.2 million, and then Ubel's hitting for 32 million. But she's only hitting for 32 million because of Leon's art buff. So definitely love using Leon on Mono Earth. But she's definitely not the most new player friendly. She's not going to be that great outside of Mono Earth. I wouldn't worry about using her unless you have a Mono Earth team. Like if you got Ubel, Summer Leon is a great complement to her. But I don't know if their art is going to stack, so that's a little unfortunate. But they do work together if you are new. And her Archgen should stack with, I'm pretty sure, everybody else's. Okay, and then our next fight is going to be for Juno, we are actually going to go right back into the world. We're going to go to the blooming intensity. So Juno, let me make sure all my equips are the same first, and then we'll get into this. Okay. Juno is actually disgusting with Rosetta. They are like perfect. They perfectly complement each other. Especially if you have Fern. If you throw Fern in with Juno and Rosetta, the damage is going to be insane. Like, even these two do so much damage by themselves. And then, like, you add Hoka, you add Fern. Fern is going to be doing so much damage on that team. Any mono or any water magic damage dealer is going to be doing so much damage with these two. I love this combination. It's so good. Okay, gotta make sure we get our cheese in, and I think my equips should be good. Okay, let's run it. This one might be a little tricky, but we should be able to get it. Shiro should carry us, and the damage should be just fine. Okay. We're gonna start with the Shiro Super Art just because why not? The only issue with Rosetta is she is a little bit slow because you have to get into her Magia Drive. But once she's in her Magia Drive, she's pretty quick. Okay, and then we need that crit debuff from Hoka with a little bit of water res. And now we should be hitting pretty good damage. And our damage is only going to get better because it stacks. Like, I just love using it. It's so silly. Okay. And Juno's already hitting 7 million. We're already to the first threshold. Awoken DPS, by the way. Okay, we're going to use Betsfold real quick. Make sure nobody dies. That would be unfortunate. I think, yeah, we got to get that crit debuff back up. And come on, Juno. Get unfainted. Let's go. Okay. Should be a good amount of damage. Yeah. Need my super art from Hoka again. There we go. To the next threshold. Okay. I can't really do anything with Shiro here, which is kind of sad. I wish I had beta, but I think we'll be okay. Okay. I want to save my defense equip for that final threshold, but I think I might need to use it on the next one. Holy. That was a nice chunk. Okay, let's use it. I need that Epsilon plushie right now. Oh, the blind is going to be... Might have to do an art with Hoka once he gets unfainted. I need some accuracy. Come on. Okay. Let's just use UBW. Maybe it'll get us some damage out. Okay. Now we just need to survive this with one of our units. Please. I just need one of you to survive. Does she have any type of... No, but we're going to use it anyways because it gives skill CT, and then Hoka's heal might be up more. All right, there we go. Beautiful. So we're going to look at the details in a second, but I love this combo. Rosetta and Juno are just such a good Awoken combo. Like, they still do a pretty sizable amount of damage even in the Ascended era. Okay, and Juno hitting for 24 million, Rosetta hitting for 16 million, Hoka hitting for 10, which is silly. Hoka shouldn't hit for this much, by the way. He should not. And then, like, if you had Fern, these two are, like, her best buffers, besides Beta. It's just silly. It does so much damage. I love using them. I wish I thought about it back in the day. I wish I had Rosetta, or LB'd Rosetta, or whatever reason I wasn't using Rosetta. I don't think I had her until like a couple months ago. But combo's disgusting. And yeah, that's all the Dream Awakenings for the new, or the summer units. They're pretty good. honestly, these are really, really solid awoken units. Summer Sistina is going to be insane in GC. I love using her in GC. I just tried it, and I might have to run her for the next episode of GC. I might have to run her in one of my teams. And then Leon is insanely good on Mono Earth. And then Juno is really good on buffing Mono Water Magic. But overall, solid awoken units. I haven't really tested out Liza because, I don't have her. So I don't know too much about her. I can't really say anything. But she should be pretty good in nuking, I would imagine, just because of that 300% damage buff. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So see ya.